Advanced settings. Entering advanced setting. Back 5. Def selected. Ari. Def. Choose F. Multi. Cut. New. Def selected. Sin. In. Black. L. No. Nig. Lost. 5. New. C. 10. 4. Cover. Multi. Chicago. Cincinnati. Cheese. Def. Time. Weather. Weather. First. Second choice coin toss. Edit unif. Entering edit unit. Uniform name option is set to uniform name. Buffalo. Arizona. Kansas. Denver. Cincinnati. Red. Advance. West Coast. West. Sox. West. Ready. West. Edit. And run outside. Edit. Ready.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. Power red is selected. On plan. Formation. 20. There are pro.
Here we go.
Backs up.
65.
Backs right. Backs protect.
Alert!
R1 button. Cross button. Circle button.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Entering play call.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From the 30 on second down, Garoppolo gets this one to use check. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Here we go.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Triangle, compact. Square button, compact, circle button.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th.
Square button,
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Entering play call.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Cross button. Triangle button. Cross button. Triangle button. R1 button. R1 button. Cross button. Square button.
Able to complete this one to McLeod. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Y shallow cross. Weak eye.
Here we go.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
R1 button. Come back.
13.
Play action.
Circle
Garoppolo.
button. Square button.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Coach adjustment. Weak eye. There are 6 categories. You have 3 options. Paw crossers is selected.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo.
Circle button.
Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches.
Entering
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo, a quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Juwan Jennings, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Formation. Big prevent. Option is set. Option is set. Option is set to 9. Odd. There are 3 categories. You have 9 options.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now a man born here in California, Joe Mixon. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Entering play call pod. There are 3 categories. You have 9 options. Typically selected.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Formation. There are 9 categories. There are 6 subcategories. Option is choose the player to replace. You have choose a new player. Choose the player to option is set to pistol trips left open. Choose the new player. Choose the player to replace. You have 11 options. Choose the formation. Trips left open. There are 6 categories. You have 4 options. Zone alert bubble is selected.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Max protect.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Triangle button. Cross button. Triangle button.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
Portland. A posted shot. Post shot. X post. Dagger. Concept. Coach. Gun plan. Same. Gun. Deuce close. There are 20 categories. You have 12. Bench. Tray open offset. Inside spread. Split wins. Split slot open.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Split slot open. There are 20 categories. You have 4 options. Formation. There are 9 categories. Choose the player to replace. You have 11 options. Choose a new player. You have option is set to gun split slot open. Choose a new player. You have 10. Choose the player to replace. Choose a new player. Choose the player to replace. You have formation. There Coach suggestion. Fake punt, punt plan. Formation, split slot open. There are 20 categories. You have 4 options. Backs cross is selected.
Here we go.
Cross button. Square button.
One,
Compact. Circle button. Triangle button.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down.
Cross button.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Entering play call.
So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so
entering
a net negative there of 4 yards.
There are 9 entering a stat coach pop-up menu. You have 3 options. Entering depth chart screen. AHD selected. DT selected. Slot 2. Slot 5. Slot 1. Slot 2. Slot 5. Slot 2. Low M row CB selected. Slot 2. Slot 5. Slot 2. Slot 4. Slot 5. FS selected. Entering play call 20. There are 4 categories. You have 15 options. Accent is selected.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Tray open off. Jet new MTNZ spot.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Garoppolo. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Texas. Circle button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
21.
Square button.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo.
Square button.
And this is caught. Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Tray open offset. There are 20 categories. Spread.
Here we go.
Triangle button. Cross button. Triangle button.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Garoppolo. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Split slot open.
Here we go.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Circle button. Flat. Circle button. Contact. Circle button. Cross. Contact. Back. Right. R1 button. Square button. R1 button.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo.
Circle button.
This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Here we go.
Cross button. Texas. Cross button. Cross button. Square button. Contact. R1 button. Right. R1 button.
Garoppolo looks to throw.
Button. Square button.
This pass to Jennings, and he makes a catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
R1 button.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Circle button. Triangle button. Square button. R1 button. R1 flat.
Well, fellas, here we go.
Cross button. Triangle button. Circle button.
Garoppolo again.
Square button.
That's caught by Jennings. And he's going to be marked out just outside the 10.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Cross button. Cross button.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd.
Square button.
Touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Big prevent. 3G. You have 6 options. Man, 3G is selected.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Here we go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And that one caught downfield by Boyd. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Run outside. Throw it short. Throw it medium. Throw it deep. Run outside. Throw it medium. Defend short pass. Defend medium. Defend deep pass. Defend medium pass.
And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Entering play call formation, there are 7 categories. There are 2 subcategories. Option 5, 4, big nickel, 3 to nickel, 3 odd. There are 4 categories. You have 15 options. Cover 1 hole is selected.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Burrow will throw. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hayden Hurst, 79 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14.
Special teams, you have 6 options. Return left is selected.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Entering play call, pistol. Option is set to strong out. Option is set to spread 4 plays. Choose the player to replace. You have 11 options. Choose a new player. You have 10. Choose the option is set to pistol spread. Choose a new player. Choose the player to replace. You have 11 options. Choose a new player. You have 10 options. Choose a player to option is set. Formation, spread. There are 6 categories. You have 4 options. Zone alert.
And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Option is set to choose the player to replace. You have choose the player to replace. You have 11 options. Choose a new play. Choose the player. Formation, spread, there are Y shallow cross, zone alert X smoke.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat. And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Choose a new player. Choose the player. Formation, there are 9. Weak eye, there are 6 categories. You have 3 options. HB zone WK is selected.
Here we go.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Triangle, contact.
11.
On play action, it's Garoppolo.
Square button.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Normal, you have 6 options. Number 1 is selected.
11.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And some room to roam now. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play? That's what you need for a good counter. You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
Safe man, right.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Return left is selected.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Categories close.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Entering
and across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Options, bad attempt is selected.
Man, we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
There are 7 category. 5, 4. Big nickel. 3 to 4. Nickel. Option is set. Option is set to 2-4. Option is set to 2-4. 2 to 4 DBL mug. There are 11 categories.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurts. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's got a Bengals first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Cover 4 drop. Cover 1 robber press. 3 double bus. Cover 2 invert.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Entering play call.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar
Chase on the touchdown throw for Joe Burrow as his guys have now moved out in front.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
6 options. Return left is selected.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone.
Entering play call. Formation. There are 20. There are 4 category. AHP powered O. AHP powered G. AHP powered O.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Max protect. Up.
21.
Back. Right. R1 button. R1 button. Max protect.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Here we go.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Entering play call 20. Formation pistol. Option is set to spread. There are 6 categories. Y shallow cross. Zone alert X smoke.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Circle button. Circle button. Circle button. R1 button. Circle button. Triangle button. R1 button. R1 button. Circle button. Circle
up the
button.
gut, McCaffrey.
Cross button.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to
Entering
midfield.
play call.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3.
R1 button. Flat. Circle button. Triangle button. Circle button. Triangle button. Square button.
From midfield, here's
button.
Lance.
Square button.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Four, 3, even 6, 1. There are 3 categories. You have 9 options. Cover 3 buzzes selected.
11 MT, 11 MT. Stop.
Mixon with a first down carry. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
11 MT, paint.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Here we go, here we go.
Give cushion.
Now it's Burrow. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On third down, Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining.
Goal line, special teams. Field goal block left. There are 6 categories. You have 3 options.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Entering plate 20. Error for AHP power O. AHP power G. MTN power. AHP toss. X slant. Close.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth.
Right. Backs up. Triangle button.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Throw.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
R1 button. Circle. Come back. R1 button.
On second and 7. Garoppolo. This one caught by Kittle. The 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers.
Entering play call.
George Kittle, 72 yards. And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth.
Gun, sing, pistol.
So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score.
Circle button.
And they're going to get the 2. It's caught.
Entering
and the lead is cut to 2 here in the fourth.
6 options. Pick off left is selected. Onside kick.
So down only 2 now. Still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
7 categories.
I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Big nickel. Over G. You have 24 options. Cover 3. Cover 3 bus scheme.
Yes, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Entering play.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. You have formation. Play type. There are coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. You have 30 options. Edge blitz 3 is selected.
11.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. You have 12 options. Play call. Option is set to undefined.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 88 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
I'm one, right?
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
Square button. Square button.
Looking for Gray, and he's got him. And he's brought down, but they are able to get out of danger from close to the goal line, out near the 30.
Cross button.
One final try now for Garoppolo.
Cross button.
He's going to let it fly.
Square button.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
Entering post-game screen, you have 5 options. Finish game is selected. View player player stats. Entering screen player stats teams in. Rushing selected. Entering post-game screen, you have 5 options. Finish game is selected. Entering online hub screen, you have 2 options. Play friend is selected. Entering. Self-made cane _ pro. Entering. Create game screen. You have 7 options. Fatigue option is set to 1. Is selected. Entering. Online/team select screen. Ready. Advanced setting. Entering advanced settings screen. Offensive playbook option. Edit unit. Entering edit uniform. Uniform name option is set to current home. Entering. Yes. Entering online hub screen. You have 2 options.